Hey everybody, just going to give y'all a Saturday update. We were hoping Pop was going to be home, yesterday or today, but Pop is still having some difficulties going through his checklist of things that he has to do. The main thing is the medical staff, they bring his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and he's just having a hard time convincing himself to eat it. He ate breakfast, I believe yesterday morning and then today, but as far as lunch and dinner, he just hadn't been wanting the food that they've been bringing him, and he doesn't understand that he has to eat some of the puree type foods that are made for him. He's thinking that he can just jump to saltine crackers, peanut butter, and tacos and chips and hot sauce, but that's not going to happen. So it's almost like every time he eats and then he goes 4, 5, 6 hours without wanting to eat, they kind of have to go back to square one. And the medical staff, the doctors and nurses told him that he's not going to leave until they go through the proper checklist and make sure that he eats. Pop thinks that because he tells the staff that he's okay, he feels good, he'll eat when he gets home, that they're just going to let him go. It's been a while since Pop has been in the hospital, so it's probably been 10, 12 years since he was there. So you got to imagine, 10, 12 years ago, Pop was probably more receptive, more responsible to taking orders and demands from the medical staff. But up in Pop's age, like I said, he's 88, so he gets a little cranky, and he thinks that he can sweet talk his way through the conversations with the nurses and the doctors, and they're just going to say, all right, Mr. Roy, we believe you, you can eat when you get home. And that's where we're at right now. I called and talked to him. My dad went up there today, and he said that, Billy went up there. My dad said he went up there today, and he saw Pop, and he was like, you need to get this stuff done so you come home. And Pop's like, well, I don't like the food here and all that. And my dad's like, you don't have to like it. Eat it. Let it course through your body so the doctors can go from, A to B to C to D all the way down, so you can get let go or go home. But that, like I said, that's where we're at right now. I know it's frustrating for the nurses and the doctors. They're doing everything they can, but then on the other hand, we can't rush Pop. If he's not ready to do something, he's not ready to do it. And if it was me in there, I probably wouldn't enjoy the food either, but I would know that if that was the quickest way to get me out of the hospital, then I would do exactly what the doctors and nurses say. But Pop, I guess, is gonna do it on his own time, and I don't fault him for that. And like I said, he's probably nervous, and he's been there for almost a week, and he doesn't enjoy being there. He said everybody's wonderful, but he's away from home, so I'm sure that he's probably going through little withdrawals and anxiety and everything, but they're doing the best they can. And I talked to my dad and my grandmother today, and they said, Pops, he speaks just fine. Like, he'll carry on a conversation, like he was at home on the front porch swing. But when it comes to, unfortunately, and y'all can believe, and y'all understand where I'm coming from on this, unfortunately, Pop doesn't really do well to taking orders. So, that combined with him not liking the food or the protocols that the medical staff have him on, it's just kind of headbutting right now with Pop. But I think he'll get through it. He's just being stubborn right now. I mean, that's what it is. He's being stubborn. I love my grandfather to death, but he's just being stubborn. So I spoke to Pop today, and I said, look, if you don't eat that food, I said, and listen to what they're saying, I'm going to come up there tomorrow, and me and you are going to have a conversation. And, I want you to do exactly what they say, because we need you home already. I said, everybody's missing you. Everybody wants to know where you're at. And I understand, as much as we all on Facebook want him back in the saddle and for him to make us laugh, he's got to do this on his own. Doesn't matter how hard or how fast we push him. Pop's going to have to do this on his own. I can convey that to him a little better than what most can, just because I think as far as our heart to hearts over our years, I think he would respond to me a little better. But that's what the nurses and doctors are there for. I don't want to interject myself in anything or any progress that they're trying to do. So I'm just going to sit back, and if I need to go up there, I'll go up there and I'll talk to them. But I trust the nursing and doctors, the nurses and doctors up there. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. But like I said, Pop's he's got to do this on his own. Nobody can do it for him. We can drag him kicking and screaming, but at the end he's going to have to do everything on his own. So, and I know Nance, she's extremely worn out. She's ready to get back home. But when I spoke to Pop today, I said, Pop, you got two options. I said, you can sit there in the hospital for the remainder of your days or as long as you want, or you can eat and do what everybody says and just come home. I said, it's that easy. I said, it's very easy. I said, you're making it much harder than what it is. And he said, I'll think about it. So, I mean, you couldn't expect another answer from Pop other than, I'll think about it. So, Pop, I don't think we give him enough credit as far as he has some wits still about him. So he knows what he's doing. He thinks that this will all blow over and they'll just let him go home, and he's 100% wrong about that. So the nurses and doctors, they're doing the right thing. Nan's doing the right thing. We're trying to slowly push him where he doesn't feel that we are into the right direction. But I guess this is going to be one of those things, is slowly but surely. I have been extremely fortunate. Our family's been extremely fortunate to go through these past few years of COVID, and for Nan and Pop to not really have too many issues, to now be at this point to where Pop is, just making it a little harder than what it's supposed to be. But if this is the hardest road that we have to go down with Pop right now, I'll take it. There's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to let Pop be Pop, unfortunately. Let Pop be Pop. And I think that he will make his way out of this. But, it's just one of those things that, if he sees us pushing him in a direction, he's not going to be as congruent with us as we would hope. So, I guess, time is on our side a little bit to get this done. I'd rather him go through those complications and the stubbornness there than being at home, because then we'd have to turn around and go right back. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. These videos just, I wish I had something new to tell you, but I apologize for not, updating y'all yesterday, but there was just no information, and I called Nan yesterday, but she was extremely tired, so I didn't want to bother. I said, if there's anything that I need to know, just let me know. It's like, just keeps going out. Sorry, I guess I should change the battery in it. But anyways, we'll get through it. I appreciate y'all sticking around, and if I have any more updates this weekend, I'll let you know. But hopefully Pop can, with it being Labor Day weekend, I don't know when he's going to come home. So hang in there with me. I appreciate it. All the thoughts and prayers and the love that y'all have showed for our family. And hopefully we'll start looking up pretty soon. Thank you.